Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulo Hoyani. Hey, this sense of Meyiwa thing, the more you get into it, the more it becomes a part of your life, the more you hear shocking revelations around it every day. Shocking revelations. Let us look at developments around docket 375. One of the questions that I've always posed is, why was 375 abandoned in favor of 636? In other words, why was the narrative that there were no intruders into that house just simply discarded? I've just been talking to one of the investigators of this matter. And this was yesterday when I was talking to him. And he tells me that, 375, wherever it is now, it is a shell of what it used to be. In other words, 375 has just simply been stripped bare. Remember, we are in pursuit of 375, the version that there were no intruders into that house. Wherever 375 is, this investigator tells me it is a bare docket. In other words, a lot of statements have been stolen by somebody out of docket 375. And these were statements which were precisely supporting the theory that there were no intruders into that house. So that even if we locate 375, we are likely to find that the statements in support of the no intruder theory are not there. And you'll recall that several witnesses connected to this matter have since passed away under mysterious circumstances. And these are some of these people who have mysteriously disappeared are some of the people who gave statements in 375. Warrant Officer Makubu, for instance, is the police officer who opened 375. The only way we are going to break this logjam is by calling Warrant Officer Makubu to give us an insight into what is left of 375. What was initial in 375. And we'll also have to look into the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of the witnesses who made statements in 375. This is the man who can unlock it all for us. Yes, granted, Male Salatif has some information. But Warrant Officer Makubu was on the ground as part of that investigation. I also have it on record that Constable Tapadima, former Constable Tapadima, who was also involved, will probably feature prominently in the defense case. That is the situation that we have. This docket has been tampered with. We still have to establish exactly who tampered with that docket, in whose custody it was, and we still have to investigate how the tampering was done and who must take responsibility for that tampering. So docket 375 has to be reconstructed. You see, if you steal statements out of a docket, you better make sure that you kill the witnesses also. Because the same witnesses can simply make the same statements that they made. But it will appear that the reconstruction of 375 will be a very difficult task. But it is not an impossible task. It is going to be a very difficult task because the witnesses who made those witness statements that form the contents of 375 are no longer with us in this world for some reason or another. That is a curious dimension of this investigation and trial. I've said in previous videos that in 30 years plus of practice, I have never seen so many defense witnesses just vanish like that. I've never seen so many witnesses just vanish like that. And under very questionable circumstances, which lead one to conclude that somebody is behind these disappearances. So there you have it. I don't know whether Warren Makubu is not likely to be called by the prosecution because he'll spill the beans most probably and talk about 375. So the defense will have to call him as a witness. Interestingly, people like Gininda still have to face the music. Yeah. Because should what Warrant Officer Makubu say contradict what they've said, oh, this can open up a Pandora's box of issues. But the real message that I'm bringing to you this morning is that 375 has been tampered with. And one of the reasons some of these investigators are telling me was it was discarded or ignored by senior police management because they said, oh, well, we cannot go on 375 because there are missing statements in there. So we don't have a strong case. This is what senior police officers were saying. We don't have a strong case to pursue under 375, and this is the reason why they, apparently let go of it or just abandoned it. Gininda, on the other hand, says, well, it was a prosecution-led investigation and so on and so forth that culminated in 636 and the trial that we are seeing unfold in the Pretoria High Court. So that is a very interesting dimension. The theft of statements out of 375 and the eventual killing of the people who made those statements. We have a mountain to climb here, but we are ready to climb this mountain. So that is my message for you today, that tomorrow I'll be engaging former Constable Tapadima again, and we'll discuss these issues further. And these issues are for public debate. I'm not going to conduct a debate in some forest. These things must come to the fore. Right? If there are consequences coming from any direction because you are making these disclosures, so be it. That is our fate. But we'll not keep quiet about some of these things because they really need to be exposed. Justice must be done. And this is the only way the cause of justice can be served. So I'll be taking up my discussions with Warrant Officer Tapadima and bringing you the latest as far as the investigation goes. He has already disclosed that, 63 was a fictitious docket. Now, the only docket that we have has been tampered with. Where do we go from here? We'll get to know from him tomorrow. So let me just round up this episode by thanking you for watching this video, and also thank you for your subscriptions, which are coming in a very satisfactory manner. Those of you who want to make small donations or who are interested in t-shirts can always contact me on my WhatsApp number 063 640 4329. That number again slowly, 063 640 4329. And thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting this channel. And as usual, I will always say to you, please, 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 and please subscribe. We'll bring you content every single morning. I'll bring you content. All you can do is just reciprocate with that one click and subscribe. Statistics show that 2% of viewers are subscribers. 2%. In other words, out of every 100 people who will view this video, only 2 of them are going to subscribe. Let us turn that around. Let us make 98% of viewers subscribers. That is possible. And that can only be made possible by you. Thank you, and please have a nice day.